The 3-minute rounds in the Clan Wars welterweight title bout. Introducing first the challenger, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, weighing in at 169 pounds. Fighting out of Taurus J.J. Derry, presenting Cianan Toland.
And here it is then, it is for the title, the welterweight title at Clan Wars. This is a fight we've been looking forward to all evening, and finally it's arrived. Cianan Toland is coming out. We've seen him earlier doing corner for one of his teammates. Now it's his chance to step into the spotlight and shine. Fighting out of Taurus JJ in Derry, he's an absolute standout fighter with stellar grappling and smooth striking. His coaches are European BJJ champ Martin McLaughlin, and the Cage Warriors veteran and striking expert Tommy McCafferty. Plus, he is the former UXC champ and undoubtedly will be the toughest challenge for our champion to date. He is our challenger. This is Cianan Toland.
This man is a mixed martial artist, weighing in at 168.8 pounds. Fighting out of IFS, he is the reigning, defending, Clan Wars welterweight champion, presenting Geoff, the
Here he comes to the adulation of the crowd. This is Geoff the Hammer Hall making his way to the cage, the Clan Wars welterweight champion. Will he keep his strap or will he relinquish it to Cianan Toland? We're about to find out now.
Yeah, this is a good fight. This is definitely Geoff Hammer Hall's toughest fight. Cianan Toland is the former UXC champion. He relinquished his belt. He was never defeated for his belt. And then he got Geoff Hall, who's coming on. He won this title by a first-round knockout. So you know, Geoff's here to prove he's the man. You know, he's the man in town. He's got the home crowd. This is a good fight. It's a good, tough fight.
Oh, it certainly is, and it's quite hard to pick a winner at this stage. I mean, you know, I think a lot of these fights it's been tough to pick a winner because they're so evenly matched.
Well, just speaking about Hall, you know, he's got everything in his arsenal. He's won fights via TKO, via knockout, and via submission, so he's got it all in there. Again, Cianan Toland, this man is dangerous. He's dangerous on his feet, he's dangerous on the ground. This is what a title fight should be. Tough to call.
Yeah, it is. We could just sit back and enjoy the action and call it. And hopefully you at home will enjoy watching this welterweight clash here on Clan Wars. So the title on the line, Jack Larkin steps into the cage to separate the two men. It's the longer black shorts with death touch down the side for Geoff Hall. Cianan Toland in the black and grey Venom shorts. Hall immediately comes out fast. They clinch. Toland pushes back again, looks to go down. Throws a kick, Hall just laughs it off.
Oh, just smiles back at him. Geoff holding his hands low here, showing the stain.
Yeah, Geoff Hall needs to be careful. Toland gets the takedown.
This is Conan's bread and butter on the ground here. He braces the grind as well. He's known for his groundwork, so
trying to hold on to side control. He's close to maintaining it. Yes, he's there with side. Oh, Geoff is turning his hips, trying to defend that way.
Geoff trying to get back to even half guard here, but Toland again not giving him it. Toland working hard. Both fighters working hard here.
They sure are. Toland being on top, just trying to sit down heavy and now work from this position. This is a good half guard.
He's in side control.
Side control
he's pushing
position.
the forearm down on Geoff Hall here and putting the pressure on. He's working at the north-south now.
North-south maybe.
And Toland is having his way on the floor here at the moment. Can't quite see here if he's under the neck. It looks like it could be. And he's let go of it now. So Geoff Hall, again, he's looking to try and get back even to half guard. It looks like he's almost at half guard if he...
It's just the same battle, just kind of twisting and turning on the ground. And Toland, I think, is just settled.
Toland looks to step over. He's just slither his way up into full mount.
Yeah.
Geoff defends well and gets back to full guard. And Geoff did turn and looking for a leg. Big shots by Toland though, made him pay. He says, you want my leg, take these shots.
It's always risky when you go for a leg, isn't it? You really do expose yourself. Toland, I just can't take my eyes off Toland's foot at the moment, which is quite nasty. Blister has ripped open. I'm sure it doesn't affect him. For me, I'd be screaming, but it's not me.
Adrenaline's flowing at the minute, so he might have a limp tomorrow.
Yes. Geoff Hall trying to change this position.
So far the champion, you got to give the challenger this round easily here. He's dominated Geoff on the floor. So Geoff Hall needs to come out with a solution in the second round. Toland, he hasn't landed on it. It's more being scrambles and position on the ground, almost like a jiu-jitsu match.
Yes, very much a JJ match, yeah, absolutely.
There's not really been any strikes involved. There's your 10-second clapper. Toland lands a couple of shots here just to solidify the round.
Taps as if to say, you know what, I could hit you, but I just can't hit you very hard at the moment.
A good round for the challenger.
Well, I don't think Geoff Hall will start round two in that relaxed way that he maybe started round one, where he kind of was saying, oh, what have you got, what have you got? Oh, okay. And then he spent 2.5 minutes on his back.
Well, that's what it is. You know, Toland is known for his wrestling. You know, he is known for his strength on the ground as well. You can tell by looking at him, he's a strong man. So if he gets you down, he's going to hold you down, and he's going to have his way with you. And that's exactly what happened there in the first round. Unfortunately, Hall just... He was scrambling, but in the scramble, every time it just seemed that Toland was just one step ahead, so he get to maintain that position. And he moved from side control to north-south to side control. So a pretty dominant round, really, by the challenger.
Dominant, but let's be honest, not very enjoyable to watch for the fans.
To the layman, maybe they're just looking at it, but to somebody who has an eye for this, you know, they can see what's being attempted. I do know what you're saying there, sure, but like this is part of the game too. So.
But there isn't, there's no question that the ref should have stood them up, is there, at that point?
At times there might have been a little bit of a stalemate, but in fairness to Toland, he was working, so.
Yeah, well, let's see what happens here in round number 2. 3 minutes on the clock and away they go.
I think you're going to see a lot more aggression from Hall here.
Well, he tried a knee, but it didn't even land, and now he's been clinched again by Toland.
Toland up against cage, drops,
changes
levels
beautifully.
Good defence there by Hall, though he spread his weight, but it looks like it's a good defence again by Hall. But
it looks like it's an inevitable
Toland
takedown.
Looks like it's coming. He's on the single. If he could reach around with a double there, he might take Geoff for a ride.
Hard to see exactly what's happening, even though they're directly above us.
Hall has got in there. He landed a good knee on the inside. It's right in front of our commentary booth here.
Yeah, that was a good knee by Hall.
And they push off. All landed well on the inside, so he needs more of that. He's trying to get aggressive, but he's diving in, and Toland's just clinching him up.
He's diving in, but not with strikes. He's sort of diving in.
He's just jumping at him.
Yeah, jumping at him and then being clinched.
Toland again, I expect a level change here. He's going to pop a few knees and expect him to drop down. There it is.
Beautiful.
Beautiful double leg. Right on cue too.
Just dropped down, took both legs. Now, what can he do from this position?
I'm expecting him to land some shots here. I don't think he's just going to play the jiu-jitsu game on the ground here. I expect him to posture up and land some shots.
Yeah, he's just going to sit in the guard.
He's got to be careful though. If he leaves an arm there, Geoff will take it. He's looking at the leg here, is Geoff Hall. If memory serves me right, a similar position on Clanmores 14. Geoff Hall pulled off an armbar in a similar situation, but again now, Toland's putting all his weight down on him and he's into side control here, so this is a bad position for the champion again.
And he's got his arm trap. Well,
he springs up, but look at the strength in Toland.
Yeah, that was good play by Toland, because it looked like Hall was going to try and reverse that, or at least battle out to some degree.
And he's looking to get out the back door here, and he has indeed.
Well done, Geoff Hall. Now, what's he going to do when he comes forward?
He needs to let his hands go here. He needs to.
Kind of a sloppy hook. That's a better shot.
That's a big shot
Toland.
by Toland.
Left and right.
In my opinion, Geoff needs to stop throwing the kicks, because that's as soon as he throws a kick, Toland's on top of him and
Geoff Hall looks slower. He simply looks.
He is. Yeah, he's tired.
Slower than Toland.
That could be Toland's game plan. The grind of the wrestling tires you out. And here we are again. It looks like Geoff's going to go for another ride here.
Yeah.
Hands not crossed together, so he goes for the single. Switches to single. But at the moment, Toland is putting a wrestling clinic on Geoff Hall here.
He sure has. Hall has been absolutely powerless to resist the takedowns. Will he get another just to finish the round, or will they be stuck in a stalemate? Yes, they are. But nevertheless, that was a good round for Cianan Toland. Not only did he control the fight on the ground for at least half the round, you would say, but he also landed a couple of good shots when it was back to the feet. Yeah,
definitely. You got to score that again to the challenger. Toland, we did know before the fight that Toland would be Geoff Hall's toughest fight that he's had, and it's proven that way. Toland is having his way with him. Some beautiful level changes with takedowns. Landed some shots, not doing much damage when they get to the ground, but the takedowns are scoring.
That's it. Geoff Hall has the title, and he's very proud of that, as he is of his kids at home. He said he wanted a big shout out to Kal-El and to Nico, who are big MMA fans, and of course will be watching Dad when this airs. So what can Dad do to try to turn around his fortunes in the final round?
Dad needs a performance of a champion in the third round, and if Geoff Hall is a champion and he has a champion's mentality, so I wouldn't put this beyond Geoff Hall to pull out the home run, either by submission or knockout. He's capable of both.
Okay, well, let's see if he can produce either one of those, because as the seconds leave, we're down to the very final 3 minutes of this fight.
It'll be interesting to see Toland's game plan. He knows he's 2 up here, so will he try and play safe, and that could cost him? Be interesting to see.
Well, he's going to clinch as soon as he can, Toland. That's pretty clear. But a good right hand from Toland. Geoff Hall just looks a bit slower.
On the left as well. That definitely all the grappling, it looks to have taken it out of Geoff Hall.
Mouth open, very upright, trying to load up Geoff Hall, but
beautiful again by Toland.
Just too slow to react, and Toland complete control right now.
He's just letting Hall come into him, get close enough, dive in on that takedown, and he's landed it every time. I don't think he's been stopped once.
Yeah, it's going to have to be Geoff Hall pulling off some sort of submission to change the fortunes, I think, in this fight.
But Toland, you can see why he was UXC champion here. You can see it's a champion performance by him here.
Oh, it absolutely is. I mean, he's nullified Geoff Hall from the get-go. And once he's worn him out, he's been able to pick a few shots on the feet and then take it down, put him in his world.
To tell you how good of a performance it is here by Toland, Geoff Hall is a legitimate top fighter, and he's making him look average here.
Well,
so that's the biggest compliment you can pay to a fighter, making a good guy look average. Unfortunately, Hall just doesn't seem to have an answer to what Toland's offering here.
No, I mean, it's still it. I mean, even though Toland's on top, there's still not an awful lot happening here as such, because he's not able to really progress the position, nor is he able to land any shots. Maybe Toland will throw some punches now.
Here we go. He's
couple of right hands.
Does he have Hall on a crucifix? No, he doesn't. I thought so. He may have had the crucifix there. He doesn't. But Toland's crowd's cheering for a stand-up, but Toland's working, so...
Well, of course they want a stand-up. I mean, they want Geoff Hall to get back into this fight, and there it is, actually. I mean, it was fairly neutral, so there's about...
Geoff Hall needs to throw everything and the kitchen sink at this, and he does with the big right, but doesn't land. Toland lands with the knee. Hall tries to respond with one.
Hall doing his best to throw, but actually for every punch that Hall throws,
beautiful
Toland throws 3, and there's the takedown, and that's been the story of the fight. Absolutely. I mean, Toland, I think, has won the exchanges on the feet. He's certainly won the grappling exchanges, barring something dramatic from Hall here. This fight is done.
Fantastic wrestling. It's been an absolute clinic here by Cianan Toland. Absolute clinic. He changes levels so smooth and quickly. It's beautiful, and unfortunately, the Hall just doesn't seem to have the answer.
Yeah, Toland even landing a couple of punches there from the top, and once again he's very sort of cautious almost when Hall goes to the ground. He's not just then jumping in and trying to throw punches. He's keeping his weight very heavy.
More of a controlling. He's just sort of controlling, Geoff. He's not trying to finish him. Now I think he's looking for a Kimura here. We're a little unsighted, but it looks like he's working for a Kimura. He's turns it into an armbar.
Nah, there doesn't have the time.
Just switching to a triangle, but it's not going to happen there. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we just crowned the new welterweight champion.
We have a new champion, ladies and gentlemen. I think that is pretty clear as it could possibly be. Cianan Toland outworking and out wrestling and really out fighting Geoff Hall here at Clan Wars 21. But it's over to the judges for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 2 rounds of action, we go to our judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have scored this bout 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision. And new welterweight champion, Cianan Toland. Please hold your applause for Geoff Hall.
Tell me who's that right? Down the river later, who's that right? Down the river later, who's that right? Down the river later wrote the book of the 7 seas. No